Hello, and welcome to Soulmate Coach Crystal, where we learn to attract, create, and maintain relationships that are lasting and loving. And one of the things about creating a lasting, loving, and fulfilling relationship is learning to argue. You know, arguments are really important in a relationship, and learning to fight fair and learning to argue in a way that creates more understanding of who you are and who your mate is really serves you in the long run of your relationship. And so I wanted to give you something that I have learned, a tactic that I have learned that is very, very, very helpful when I get into an argument with my husband. And that is, are you ready? The way my husband thinks doesn't have to make sense to me. And somewhere along the way, most of us learn that before we can do anything, something's got to make sense to us. You know, before I can make a move, it's got to make sense. And so, you know, it's our upbringing, it's our socialization. I mean, all of that comes into play. And so let's just use an example. Let's say your mate wants you to be ready by 8:15. Okay, and you're ready at 8:20. And you don't, and he's so upset. And you don't understand, what's the big deal? You know, it's 8:05. It's 5 minutes later. I don't understand. That can be a whole argument right there. What's the big deal? It doesn't make sense. And it can go on and on. When there's something else there, why is it important that you be ready at 8:15? You know, your mate could turn right around and go, you know what? Because when I'm on time, it gives me peace of mind. It eases my mind. And when I'm late, I feel frustrated. I feel rushed. Well, wow. Now, we could have spent 15, 20 minutes arguing about why 5 minutes doesn't make a difference. Or we can get to the core. Because now you have a better understanding of your mate, and you also have the opportunity to now take what you've learned and find ways to make his mind feel at ease. Find ways to support that versus argue or bicker about why it doesn't make sense. And so, you know, I'm just putting that out there to look around your relationships. Think about your arguments. Are you arguing about what I call symptoms? You know, and usually when you're arguing about symptoms, what happens is you keep coming back to the same argument. You keep coming back to the same argument. You keep coming back to the same argument. And it never gets resolved. Because resolution is not in the symptoms. You know, it's like just like when you're sick. If you keep treating the symptoms, sometimes you need the antibiotic. And that goes down to the core of what is really going on. And so I'm asking you to look at your arguments and see, where are you going to the core and where are you arguing about the symptoms. And I'm inviting you to use my technique. Just remember, it doesn't have to make sense to you. What's really important here? Well, I invite all comments and questions. You can reach me at soulmatecoachcrystal@gmail.com or soulmatecoachcrystal.bpweb.com. I will talk with you soon. Blessings.